Hi, a very good morning to our beloved lecturer Puan Fataya and fellow classmates. My name is Nur Shafini binti Mohammed. My student number is 202517668 and 35. Today, me and my group would like to present to you about the consumer decision-making process in purchasing halal food in Malaysia. Have you ever wondered why consumers choose certain halal product over others? Let me explain to you. The consumer decision-making process plays an important role in determining purchasing behavior, especially in the halal food industry in Malaysia. As a multicultural and predominantly Muslim country, Malaysia had experienced significant growth in demand for halal food products due to increasing awareness of halal certification, food safety, quality, and religious compliance. Consumers today are not only influenced by religious obligation, but also by factors such as price, brand reputation, social influence, lifestyle, and product availability. The process of purchasing halal food generally involves several stages, including problem recognition, information search, evaluation of alternative purchase behavior, and post-purchase behavior. Consumers tend to evaluate halal products carefully to ensure that their products meet both religious and personal expectations. In addition, the Malaysian government and organizations such as Department of Islamic Development Malaysia (JAKIM) has strengthened consumer confidence through halal certification and regulation system. Understanding the factor that influence consumer in purchasing halal food is important for business and marketer to develop effective strategy, improve customer satisfaction, and remain competitive in the growing halal market. Therefore, this topic highlights how Malaysian consumer make decisions when purchasing halal food product and the key factor that influence their choice. So, I will pass the next explanation to my teammate. Thank you.
My name is Uzman Ujiha binti Muhammad Shukri. Next, I will talk about target consumer for halal food. When we see the halal logo, we often think, is it as a single religious label? But by 2026, the Malaysian halal landscape has transformed into a diverse, multi-billion ringgit ecosystem. Today, I want to move beyond the logo at the why we are going to deconstruct the three distinct groups driving this market. First, Muslim consumer, Gen Z, and non-Muslim consumer. So let's dive into what actually makes each group tick. First, let's talk about the core of the market, which is the Muslim consumer. For this group, halal isn't choice, it's a non-negotiable foundation. In Malaysia, the JAKIM logo remains the gold standard of trust. In fact, research shows that 80% of Muslims will instantly reject a product without it. However, we are seeing a shift toward halal and tayyiban. It's no longer just about permissible ingredient, it's about wholesomeness. Meaning the food must be healthy, ethical, and clean. They aren't just passive buyers anymore, but they are proactive validators. They're using like the Verify Halal app to ensure brand integrity in real time. Next, but while the traditional consumer look for the logo on the packaging, our next group, Gen Z, look for it on their smartphone screens. For Gen Z, halal is viewed through the lens of lifestyle and social currency. They are driven by the trend, whether it's a viral TikTok cafe or a new Korean street food craze. They want to be part of the experience. This creates an awareness gap. Sometimes the excitement of a trend moves faster than their verification. To bridge this, they rely on digital shortcuts, heavily utilizing halal filters on Breadfood or Shopee Food. To win with Gen Z, being halal is the bare minimum. You have to be digitally accessible and visually viral. So, lastly is the non-Muslim consumer. Now, we've discussed faith, and digital trends. But what about those outside the faith? This brings us to a critical growth driver, the non-Muslim segment. In Malaysia, halal has evolved into a premium quality mark. For non-Muslims, the choice is driven by safety and hygiene. There is a powerful perception that halal certification guarantees a higher standard of cleanliness of food handling. Beyond that, there is the social glue factor. In our multicultural society, halal is the ultimate facilitator of social inclusivity. It is the default choice that ensures no friends or colleagues is left out at the dinner table. For this group, halal represents peace of mind and community harmony. To wrap up this topic, the halal market in Malaysia is far more than just a certificate on a wall. It is about integrity for the Muslim consumer, it is about identity for Gen Z, and it is about quality and inclusivity for the non-Muslim segment. Understanding of these three target consumers for halal food is the key to successfully navigating the future of the food industry in Malaysia. That's all for me. Next, I will pass to Siti Hajar to discuss about the impact of halal purchasing in Malaysia.
Assalamualaikum and hi madam. My name is CTU695 binti Muhammad. I will explain about the impacts of halal food purchasing in Malaysia. There are three main impacts, which are economic growth, consumer trust and confidence, also health and hygiene awareness. First is economic growth. Halal food purchasing contributes greatly to Malaysia's economy. This is because the halal industry is growing very fast, not only in Malaysia but also other countries. When consumers choose halal food products, it increases demand for halal restaurants, halal manufacturers, suppliers and food businesses. As a result, more job opportunities are created in areas such as food production, logistics, marketing, and halal certification service. Besides that, Malaysia is recognized as one of the global halal hubs. Many international companies are interested in getting halal certification from Malaysia because our halal standards are trusted worldwide. The second impact is consumer trust and confidence. Nowadays, consumers are more careful and sensitive about the food they purchase and consume. Halal certification give trusted by the food follow Islamic laws and also meet safety and quality standards. Because of this, many consumers believe halal food is cleaner, safer and more reliable. When consumers see the halal logo on products, they feel more confident and comfortable to buy the food. The third is health and hygiene awareness. Many people associate halal food with cleanliness and healthy food preparation methods. In the halal food process, food must be prepared in a clean environment using safe ingredients and following strict hygiene procedures. For example, halal food preparation focus on cleanliness during handling, storage and cooking processes to avoid contamination. This creates awareness among consumers about the importance of food safety and hygiene in daily life. Because of this positive perception, halal food is becoming more popular not only among Muslims but also among non-Muslims who want cleaner and safer food for choice. To conclude, halal food purchasing gives many positive impacts to Malaysia, including helping economic growth, increasing consumer trust, and improving awareness about health and hygiene. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is CTU695. My number metric is 2025147283. So I will continue our presentation with the slide misleading of halal recognition. So about this part, we focus on when the product or business give false or unclear information about their halal status, which is in Malaysia some of the business and they claims the product is Muslim friendly, free from the pork and lard, and also this misleading includes with the use of fake and unverified halal logo. They are not issued by the recognized authorities, which is in Malaysia we are already have the proper logo that only a business that have clarified with the halal certificate only will have the permission to put their logo at the products and also at the premise. And then in some cases, manufacturers may not follow proper halal procedure to leading to cross contamination with non-halal substance during processing or handling, which is on this part some of the workers did not comply with the halal procedure, which is not using the right method when they are prepare all the food, which is some of the food cannot contain alcohol, also of how they prepare all the food and products. Misleading of halal recognition usually happen when some of the consumers only think about when the products already certified as halal, so the product it should be safe and clean to consume. But halal is not just about the depends on the halal logo, but also we focus on the halal procedure and should be not have any cross contamination during the process of handling the products. Next, I will continue my slide with the how misleading of halal recognition can be happen. First of all, we start with the false or unverified halal logo, which is usually happen on the product packaging to create the impression that the product is officially certified. Sometimes it could be the business doesn't have the halal certified, but they can use the fake halal logo to put it on the product packaging. And then some of the business usually like to use the terms of such as Muslim friendly, pork free, and also no alcohol. Is usually happen to the food premise in the mall, which is they like to put the logo about the pork free, no lard, and also no alcohol. For the third one is product labels may hide or fail to clearly disclose non-halal or doubtful ingredient, causing confusion among the consumer. Sometimes it can happen because not all the consumer will aware about the ingredients of the products. They just follow and find the halal logo to make sure the product is safe to consume. For the fourth, if manufacturers may not follow proper halal procedure, leading to cross-contamination with non-halal substance during processing, storage, and transportation. It can be happen usually at the factory, which is the products. For example, the dry and wet ingredients have been kept in the same refrigerator, which is it can contain the cross contamination. And it also sometimes the business usually produce for the halal and non-halal products, but they usually like to put it in the same place. For the last one, misleading halal claims reduce consumer trust and confidence in the halal certification system. Usually, this misleading halal claims because we want to reduce the consumer trust, because when the premise or the products or the business have certified with halal logo, it can grow the confidence of the consumer to buy the products frequently. So it helps misleading of halal recognition can be happen in Malaysia, but it will be different in the outside from the Malaysia, because all around the world we have a different types of halal logo. So for the Muslim, we should not just focus on the halal logo, but also the ingredients of the products. We should make sure it can be contained safely and suitable for the Muslim, which is there's no non-halal products or ingredients in the product.
Thank you, Aisha. Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Syafiqah Hanis binti Muhammad Syafri. My matrix number is 20251096 and 11. Now, I will continue on topic information search. So, this is the phase when a consumer's halal consciousness is most active. So, in the Malaysian context, this search is divided into two main categories, which is internal and external information search. So now I will explain about internal information search. So what it is. So this is the first stage of the information search process in consumer behavior. So it occurs when a consumer attempts to solve a problem or satisfy a need by relying simply on their own memories and past experience. So instead of looking at reviews or advertisement, the consumer search their brain for information they already possess. So for example, for brand loyalty, so consumer often return to trusted halal brands like Nestle, Ramly, and because their past experience has already validated their halal status. Second is habitual buying. For daily staples, consumer may skip an active search if they have confirmed the halal status previously. And lastly is heuristic, which is better shortcut. So consumer might assume a product is halal if it's sold in a reputable Muslim-owned establishment or a major supermarket chain. Next, I will explain about external information search. So this is the stage in the consumer decision-making process where a person looks for information from outside source because their own internal knowledge or past experience is insufficient to make a confident purchase. So, in the context of Malaysian food industry, this is often the most critical step for ensuring a product is truly halal. So, for example, in verification through digital technology, they use Smart Halal Verify halal apps. So these are the official JAKIM link apps that allow the consumer to scan barcodes or search for a company that has halal file number. Besides that, M-Commerce integrations. So consumer often check the halal filter on food delivery apps like GrabFood or Foodpanda before browsing the menus. So next is visual and packaging. So for visual and packaging, they will look for logo recognition, which is consumer search for the specific Malaysian halal logo, which contains 8 points, a star, the words halal in the center. Next is certifications validity, which is high involvement consumer check expiry dates of the halal certificates display on a restaurant's wall. And from other aspect is social and experiential cues, which is influencer and viral content. So many media platform like TikTok, Instagram, Threads, and other apps reviews play a massive role in Malaysia because consumer will searching for a halal foodies to confirm if a trendy spot is safe and it was halal to eat.
And lastly, for a reference group, which is asking for opinions from family, friends or religious teacher, which is Ustad or Ustazah, to clear any doubt, so to prevent it from shubha. Okay, lastly is the level of information search. There has two, which is high involvement search and the low involvement search. So, high involvement search is usually for meat product like a poultry and beef, or a complex processed food in pastry and confectionery, where the risk of a non-halal ingredient is higher. Second is for low involvement search is usually for natural halal items like fresh fruits, vegetables or bottled water. That's all from me. Now I will pass to Hasana to continue the last topic.
Assalamualaikum, madam. My name is Nurul Hassana binti Muhammad Pauti, and I'm going to elaborate one of the point of consumer decision making process in purchasing halal food. Halal food is actually becoming increasingly popular worldwide, with more consumers becoming aware of its benefit and significance. In this presentation, I will discuss about the factors that influence consumer behavior in purchasing halal food. The first one is knowledge. Knowledge can be defined as the information creating the understanding of halal and haram concept. From Islamic point of view, the ingredients of a product need to meet certain criteria by Sharia law. The knowledge about the ingredients is very important as consumer. Is very important for consumer because it will affect the purchasing intention of halal product. Consumer who have a good knowledge about halal food will be more careful when choosing the product. They often check halal logos, ingredients, food preparation method before purchasing. A consumer who understands halal concept will avoid food that contain alcohol or pork ingredient and choose product with halal certification. The second one is healthier and safer. Halal food is also believed to be of higher quality and more natural because it emphasizes safety, hygiene, and also the ethical treatment of animals. Because of this, consumers will often feel more confident of the quality and safety of halal product. Not only Muslim, but non-Muslim also will choose halal food for health and safety reasons. As a result, the perception that halal food is safer and healthier encourage consumers to purchase halal food more frequently. The third one is awareness. It is very important as consumers need to know raw materials production process because it will make them feel confident knowing a product follow regulation rules which make them feel safe and certain about their choice. Awareness also can be increased through advertisement, social media, education, and also campaigns about halal food. This also can help consumers to gain more information about the halal product. As a result, higher awareness encourages more consumers to make wiser purchasing in halal product and also a decision to increase their preference. The last one is social and external influence. It can be defined as outside voices that push a person to buy halal product. For example, if your family buy a halal product, you will probably want to fit in and trust their judgment. Not only that, if you see your favorite people on social media using halal brand, it will make you feel safe and right choice to make. As a result, social and external influence can strongly affect consumer attitude preference and purchasing behavior towards halal food.